Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're going to be in the Basic Fantasy book for the video today. We are looking at encounters, and we're going to mostly just be looking at the script they have here for how they expect a typical encounter to be ran, and how a party should interact in an encounter. We're not going to cover any of the individual rules for the encounter. I'll do them in a separate video, and I might do a couple of rules at a time. Example would be order of play and surprise. I might combine those together. Monster reactions, I could probably leave by itself. Initiative, combat, running, maneuverability, climbing, diving, charging, evasion and pursuit, defensive movement. These are all that's going to be in it. There's a whole lot of individual rules in here. I think I've covered one or two of these rules. I have to look back through a little bit of the older Basic Fantasy videos and see what if any, I have covered. And then from there, just not refilm those videos. So, the encounter. I raised my shield to fend off one of the monsters and hewed at another one with my sword, but I missed my first swing. Morningstar swung at one of the monsters and struck it, but her sword did the bony thing little harm. I saw that Apokelus still stood by the door, and Barthol there was no sign. Fortunately, Apokelus also had a torch. Apokelus raised his holy symbol and called in a loud voice, "In the name of Ta, be gone." To my surprise, several of the monsters turned as if afraid and ran out the door, disappearing into the gloom. Unfortunately, this left quite a few of them still in the room. Even as I saw all this, I continued to hack at the monsters. It took 2 good blows to down the first one. It appeared that the Morningstar was having similar trouble with the monsters. Then one of the skeletons hit her, just as a minor wound, but still I felt that I had invested my part of the proceeds of our last excursion in a suit of plate mail armor. I was shrugging off blows that would have harmed me were I still wearing chainmail. To my surprise, I saw Apokelus down one of the monsters in a single blow, then do the same to another in his very next strike. His mace seemed to be much more effective against the monsters than our swords. As I finally managed to down a second skeleton, I heard a high-pitched yell. It was Barthol, a little ways down the hallway, and he was throwing something. There was the sound of glass breaking, and I felt a splash of water on my face. Several of the skeletons began to smoke, and then one of them fell in a heap. Holy water, I decided, but I didn't have time to think about it. I just kept hacking at the skeletons. By the time they were all gone, I had taken a wound, and Morningstar had taken a second. We had 1 potion of healing left of those that Apokelus Temple had given us. Morningstar told me to drink it, but I could tell she was in worse shape than I, so I insisted she take it. Then we turned back to the sarcophagus. So that's an example of an encounter. Now, an encounter is more technical than that in all the games I've played, where you're going around the table asking what people are doing, but most of the descriptions of encounters in most of the games I played are in a similar fashion. It was very entertaining. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.